Welcome to Create Your Own Economy podcast, the weekly podcast that equips you with the know-hows, the strategies, tools, and resources to create your own economy, grow your business, and live the life you desire. If you have not done so, hit the subscribe button so you will never miss an episode. Hello, welcome to today's episode. I'm your host, Bumi Ajibade, and in today's episode, we will just be looking at some lies that we tell ourselves, and those lies, which are also called bogus stories, can really derail the progress that we are looking for in the new year. And these lies, some of them have been around for so long, and we are used to them, we love them, but at the same time, we don't want them, but we're not doing anything to move from the lies to the truth of who we are and what we are designed to do and to be. And also, these lies will really not help you to grow personally and also in your business. And some of those lies are due to your insecurities. They might be due to your past experiences. Whatever you have experienced in the past have really given way to the lies. And that's what you know, you're comfortable in that. It might be others' perspectives. Somebody might tell you that this is what you are, or this is what you are supposed to do. And that then puts you in a cage, and you are not able to do more because you believe what the other person has said about you. And there might also be excuses that just make you comfortable so that you can stay in that comfort zone so that you are not really ready to do something uncomfortable. They can also, as we have said on this channel several times, they can also be due to fear of the unknown. Some people are afraid of successes. Some people are afraid of failures. So let's take a minute to really look at some things, to look at some things that can hold you back, to look at some lies that we have told ourselves that have kept us in a state of no action. We are just there, no action. So let's talk about the first one. And I have a series of questions that will really help you identify what those lies are in your life. These questions, when you really take time to answer them, they will open your eyes to those stories that you have been telling yourself, and those stories that are not serving you, but you know what? You have told yourself for a long time. So the first question you should ask yourself is this: what is that story that is holding you back from what you want? You have to think about that. And what comes to mind right now for me is the story of Les Brown. Somebody else told Les Brown that intellectually he was disadvantaged and he could amount to nothing until somebody else told him a different story, which he believed. But before, he believed that story from another person's perspective for so long. And then he was acting like somebody who has no mental capability to do anything great. But when he decided to change that story, imagine a world without Les Brown, without his gifting. You know how he's happy, he's shared with us. Imagine a life without him, without all the giftings that he had. Imagine those giftings, those strengths that he has, if they had died within him. So, what is the story that is holding you back? Maybe the story that you told yourself, or a story that somebody else told you. And I know for me, years ago, more than 12 years ago, 15 years ago, I was told that nobody will understand me because I have an accent. I believed it. I became mute. I didn't want to share because I felt like somebody already told me who will understand me. That was a lie. I believed that lie for so long that I was only able to contain myself to just a little bitty group. And I wouldn't even have that confidence to have this podcast if I had not broken through, if I had not left behind the lies that somebody told me, that somebody spoke about me. So what is the story that you are holding on to that you need to let go? Then number two, what are the limiting self-image that is holding you back? This is not somebody else telling you now. This is you telling yourself, like I did for me when I told myself, you are overweight. How can you be a coach, a business coach? Who will want to listen to somebody who is overweight? Until I broke through and I said, you know what? I might be overweight. I'm work in progress. I will still do what God has given me. I will still operate in my gifting. So what is the limiting self-image that is holding you back from your own perspective, from your own past experiences? What is holding you back? And I will encourage you to write them down. It's really important. When you write them down, you are able to see them, and then you can begin to tell yourself different truths about yourself. The number three that I want you to really think about, what belief do you have that is out of alignment with your greater purpose? I believed before that who will understand what I'm saying, who will listen to me. And that was so out of alignment with who God created me to be, an encourager. Somebody that will support other people. Then how can I encourage if I don't have a voice? So you can see that what I believed was out of alignment completely about my greater purpose, my vision for my life. Another question that I want you to answer also is that what do you really need to surrender? What do you need to let go of? What do you need to lay to rest? Maybe some emotions, maybe some habits, maybe some beliefs. What are those things holding you back that you really, really need to let go of? This is the time that we need to be really honest. If your intention is to grow, you really need to be honest. What emotions, what beliefs, what habits do you have right now that you need to surrender so that you can begin to operate in what God has for you? And those emotions, they always have consequences. And those consequences, they will really hold you back. Because what will happen is when you don't let go of those things, they will hold you captive. And when they hold you captive, you will only do the things that they allow you to do. This is the time that you need to break free. This is the time that you need, which is number 5, that you need to write out those stories. Write them down. The stories of things you need to let go in your life, I encourage you and I challenge you to write them down. When you write them down on a piece of paper and you read them, you know what? You begin to say, really? I believe this? I allow myself to believe all this? It's very important that you write them down. And when you write them down, then you begin to chart another path for yourself. This is the path of growth. This is the path of writing something true. This will be your truth. This will be something that will be in alignment with your authentic self. So let's take a look at some 5 things that you can look at, because if you don't have this in place, it will be very difficult for you to build a successful business, for you to actually build a lasting relationships, both with people in your family or people at church or people on your job. Because when you are not whole, when you are not the full person that God has created you to be, there's no way you can build a life of success. There is no way you can build lasting relationships, whether on your job or in business. Now, let's look at how you can create that growth. Number 1, what is your real story? What is your real story? What is your real story? Because those real stories will be a new habit for you, a new belief for you, or most importantly, they will be your values, the values that you hold tightly. And I have a list of some of the values here. Are you an influencer? You are kind, you are knowledgeable, you love, you are loyal, you are open, you create friends, you are happy, you are honest, right? Those are some of the values. So please write them down. Write your story, your identity, your values. What are those things that are true that you want to hold on to? What are those things that are true that you can hold on to? Then number 2, I encourage you to create a new mindset, an empowering mindset. Create an empowering mindset. And this is your new self-image. What do you need to see? Right? What do you need to see? Write it down. Speak it out. What do you want to see in your story? For me, when I broke through that lie that was holding me back for me to not say anything, I wrote there that I have a voice, that I have been sent to some people, that God created me to encourage some people, to support some people. I began to write them down. And I then started this self-affirmation, my truth, self-affirmation. I am kind. I am beautiful. Although I'm overweight, but I am beautiful. I am strong. I am smart. I am enough. I am determined. I am stronger than my mind or somebody else is telling me. I am stronger than whatever anybody is telling me. And when you take this bold declaration, I encourage you, write it down on a piece of paper, place it on the mirror in your bathroom, do the pose of a superwoman, of a superman, and make that declaration. I deserve this. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am worthy. I am enough. And there are some times those things might want to raise up their head again, giving you some suggestion in your mind. Don't let it sit. Don't let it take root in you. Go back, say it. If you have to say those things, those truths about you every day, twice a day, 3 times a day, whatever it takes, you need to take that bold stand and speak the truth about you with all boldness. Then number 4, be sensitive to either when that same old thing will come up again, or when a new one will come, a new lie will come. And I tell you, it's a constant thing. As long as we are alive, we need to be sensitive to when we are going back to believing some lies that have been told to us or that our mind created. And also, number 5, change the circle of friends that would trigger those lies. Maybe those people that you were all together. Oh, when you make a call, oh, I'm broke today. I don't think this business will work. I have been doing. Misery loves company. Let go of the company. Change the circle of friends. People that trigger those things, let go of them. Find a new circle of friends. Find a mentor. Find a coach. Invest in their services, their program, their training that will support you so that you will be in a mindset of growth this new year. And you know what? This is what I do. Supporting individuals to live their authentic lives and to create successful businesses. Because if you are not authentic, if you are not growing in yourself, how can you create a business and live a life that you desire? You might decide to also join my workshop. So, permit me to add just one more to make it number 6, if you will allow me. I encourage you to book a free discovery call with me. And let me help you, and let's determine how I can be of support to you on this your journey. You can visit my website, clarolgr.com. clarolgr.com, and book a discovery call with me today. My name is Bumi Ajibade. I am here to serve you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. The best gift you can give me is by sharing this podcast with your friends, your family, and reviewing it, which will help this podcast to grow organically. If you want to create your own economy and live the life that you deserve, join my next workshop or schedule time with me. My purpose may as well be to help you on your journey. Visit clarolgr.com/workshop. See you again next week.